Marhaba and Salam Alaikum from the United Arab Emirate of Dubai, where 6 of the world's best match racing teams went head-to-head in the Louis Vuitton Trophy, and on the opening day, sparks flew. It was crunch time at the Louis Vuitton Trophy in Dubai, Team New Zealand taking the jousting theme quite literally on a dramatic first day of the regatta. Having lost their first race against Mascalzoni Latino, this is Team New Zealand seeking revenge, the decisive action coming at the top mark with the Italian boat on the receiving end.
There's been action at the top mark. Emirates Team New Zealand have broken their pole, but there's been heavy contact.
Team New Zealand's spinnaker pole like a medieval jouster's lance, piercing clean through the hull of Mascalzoni Latino's boat.
I think we're pretty lucky it actually just poked through there and broke and went out. It could have been much worse. It wouldn't have taken much to be considerably worse.
In the lead up to the incident, Team New Zealand skipper Dean Barker had carried Gavin Brady's Italian team out past the first mark before leading back. Brady went on the attack with Barker fending him off as they returned and rounded. But as the protracted confrontation continued, the Italian boat was close to head to wind and carrying a penalty as Barker attempted to duck behind him. The Kiwi spinnaker pole speared through the side of the Italian boat and the umpires landed a second penalty on Brady.
They had no reason to hit us. They could have avoided us by going to above the mark or running the mark over.
Zone clear was the call from the umpire, so they had no rights to go around the mark inside us. We couldn't keep out of their way, so very unfortunate.
After the incident, both teams claimed the moral high ground, their intransigence and the scale of the damage, ensuring the incident would go to the protest room.
There will be a protest at the end of the day, and they'll just talk through the whole incident again, because obviously when there's so much damage, they have to really have a hearing and talk it through.
Yeah, there's going to be a protest and we're going to have to go to the jury and we'll argue our case and they'll argue their case and we'll just have to see what happens.
There was even more action in the day's 2 matches between Sweden's Artemis and Synergy of Russia. After losing their opening encounter, Synergy were leading at the first turning mark in their second match against the Swedes when their spinnaker pole jammed under huge pressure before flying loose as the fitting on the mast broke under the strain. Despite the handicap, Synergy held Artemis at bay, carrying on to level the score against the Swedish team, both finishing the day with 1 win apiece. Flags continue to fly in the day's final encounter, BMW Oracle Racing's James Spittle landing a penalty on the French-German boat in their first race pre-start, when all-for-one helmsman Sebastian Coll attempted to duck below his opponent, only to clip the safety ones on the stern of the American boat. The umpire's flag signalled a penalty against all-for-one, and despite sustaining a continued attack throughout the race, BMW hung on to win the opening encounter. James Spittle's team controlled the action comfortably in their second encounter against all-for-one, 2 wins making them the day's top scorers. The main action off the water at day's end, the dreaded protest hearing. The international jury finding in favour of the Kiwis, docking Mascalzoni Latino a point for their infringement, whilst the New Zealanders lose half a point for contributing to the contact. So the stage is set for another day of top-notch action on the sparkling waters of the Persian Gulf, and on the basis of day 1, who knows what it might bring.